Almighty Allah, the most merciful, entirely merciful, and specially merciful. Hope that guys, all of you will be fine and stay away from coronavirus. Before starting our new lesson, I have to tell you something that's very important. Just you have to stay away from crowded places and observe the hygiene. This my notice for you guys. You have to stay at home. Don't go around the city. Just stay at home. Okay, dear honorable students, welcome back again and again for your grammar session. Today we are going to discuss about the main important point, that how we gonna pluralize and how we gonna singularize the nouns. Okay, today we are going to discuss about these issues, that these issues are very important when you're talking, when you're speaking with someone. These tips are very important, as you have to keep in mind. Okay, while I'm talking guys, you have to write them down in your notebooks, guys. Don't forget to take your notebooks and write them down in your notebook. Okay, now let's start by the title of singular nouns. First of all, we should know what is the definition of singular nouns. Okay, noun can be singular or plural. When you're talking about one person, place, and things, use singular noun. Okay guys, this is common for us, that when we use singular nouns, that we have to when we're talking about one person, place, and things, just we have to use singular nouns. Like example, here we have a chart. Just look at here, look at on your screen. Just here, or example that I mentioned here. Just the first one, attend. I'm gonna make some example for you. Just listen to them. I have a tent, or we can say we're going to attend tonight. Okay, just another example, we have a taxi, a house, a park, a doctor, a lady, an idea, an oven, an exercise. Why we use a here, why we use an here, inshallah we will discuss about these things in the next slides. Okay, now we got singular noun. That what is singular noun? How we gonna use singular noun in these sentences? Now we are moving to plural nouns. What are plural nouns? Inshallah we will discuss about all tips, all terms, that how we gonna use plural nouns in these sentences. Okay, first of all, you should know what is the definition of plural nouns. Okay, use a plural noun when you're talking about two or more than two person, places, and things. How are we gonna pluralize our nouns? Just by adding is, we're gonna make our nouns to make it plural. Okay, just here are example that I've written here. Just you have to keep in mind, you have to find more than that I've written on your screen. Just you have to find more plural nouns, and you have to Google it. If you want to find more, just you have to go to Google or some sources that we have in our country. Okay, just first of all, just how we gonna pluralize our nouns? By adding is. We mentioned this, that by adding is we gonna make our nouns to plural. Okay, here we have a chart that singular is written here and plural form is also written here. Just I have to read this one. A computer, when we want to pluralize them, just we're going to make a computer change to computers, a chair change to chairs, a train change to trains, a player change to players, a teacher also like that, teachers, a taxi, taxis, a mountain, mountains, a river, rivers, an envelope, envelopes, an insect, insects, an oven, ovens, an ankle, ankles. We have lots of examples, but here I have mentioned some of them. Just take a look here, guys. Why a computer, when we want to pluralize them, is Hamid here. Why? Because when we want to pluralize the nouns, just we can't use a here. Got it, guys? Because or an means we have one. But here, when we want to pluralize them, we can use article here. Just we can say like this: and computers, a computer. This is totally wrong. You can't use like this. Okay, now we are going to the next slide. Just we have a note here by the blue chart. Just words called articles or determinants are used to signal nouns. Look at here: a river, a castle, an armchair, an idea, 3 biscuits, 5 eggs. Now we're moving to the next. The article "an" is used before nouns that begin with the vowel a, e, I, o, u. An artist, an oven, an eye, an umbrella, an insect. Before I mentioned this one, the article I is used before nouns that begin with the other letters called the consonant. What are consonant letters in English? We have 19 letters, consonant letters in English language. But some words don't follow these rules. Like a uniform, we can't use what? We can't use "an" here because "u" is its own sound. It doesn't give us the complete sound here. Just a uniform, a unit, a user, not "an" is used because the vowel "u" in these words is pronounced like the word "you," not like this. These are called phonetics. Inshallah, we will discuss about next classes, next years. That just right now we have to know this. We can't use "an" for these words. Come to the next: an hour, an ire, an honor. We can pronounce H because H letter is silent here. And not a is used because the consonant H in these words is not pronounced. Before I mentioned that again, an hour. This is not an hour. This is wrong. An hour. This is right. An ire, an honor, and not I used before I mentioned this. Okay, for knowing all of them, guys, you have to practice with yourself. You have to find more sources that that gonna be very good for you. You have to write them down while I'm teaching you guys. You have to write them down in your notebooks. Okay, dear students, welcome back all of you for words for your daily routine. These words are very important in your daily routine, in your daily activities. You have to use it in your daily activities, guys. Okay, now we are going to start our vocabulary by the title of words for telephone. Now, as we know that telephone or mobile users getting increased day to day, or we can say that telephone or mobile users are too much, or we can say that increased in this era, that we can use telephone vocabularies to just how we gonna use telephone vocabulary, how we gonna use mobile vocabulary in this session. Today we are going to talk about, or we can say describing about these words, that how we gonna use telephone words or telephone vocabulary in this session. Okay, now we're going to start by the first word. Just what is that? Receiver or handset. Receiver or handset. Receiver or handset. Cord, cord, cord. Phone jack, phone jack, phone jack. Phone line, phone line, phone line. Keypad, keypad, keypad. Star key, star key, star key. Pound key, pound key, pound key. Antenna, antenna, antenna. Strong signal, strong signal, strong signal. This is not strong signal. This is wrong. Strong signal, strong signal. Weak signal, weak signal. Cordless phone, cordless phone, cordless phone. TDD stand for telecommunication device for deaf. Telecommunication device for deafs. Smartphone, smartphone, smartphone. Text message, text message. Voice change, voice change, voice change. Okay, that's finished, guys. Hope that you enjoy from today's word. Hope that you have catch my lessons carefully. Just while I'm reading, while I'm pronouncing, guys, don't look over. Just you have to take a note with yourself. Take a note or take a notebook with yourself. You have to write them. You have to write them in your notebooks. After that, you can write them for several times. That you have to After that, you can keep these words in your minds. After that, when you can't do like this, you didn't memorize all these words. You have to make a schedule for yourself. I have to memorize this word today, or this word today, or this word today. Just you have to make a schedule for your own self. Don't make mistake here. Just while I'm reading, focus on your pronunciation, focus on your writing, focus on your spelling rules. Don't forget, spelling rules is also very important. When you write wrong, after you can't someone can't be understand what you have wrote for them. Okay, just hope that you have catch my lessons for today's lesson. Okay, dear honorable students, hope that you have catch my lessons. And one thing I should tell you, dear honorable student, that read your lessons carefully and try to work with yourself and practice with yourself. If you do not practice with yourself, you can't catch me very well.